What's going on, guys? Healy here, and today I'm going to tell you 8 things that you could take away from the division series in the 2018 postseason. So far, the championship series starts tomorrow with the Dodgers at Milwaukee. I'll have a video on that series out tomorrow. And Saturday, the Houston Astros will be at the Boston Red Sox. I'll have my predictions for that series out on Saturday as well. So I said 8 points from the division series, and it's going to be 1 point from every team that played. We're going to start off with the Houston Astros, and this is an easy one. They are the team to beat. They won it all last year. They added Garrett Cole. They still have the same core lineup. They've gotten even better. And they showed out in that first round against the Cleveland Indians, won 3-0. And I still think they're the team to beat for the World Series. Red Sox are going to have a tough matchup. But yeah, it's Houston's game to lose. Moving over to the New York Yankees, we could take away that they are not ready to make the World Series. The AL is a powerhouse. And the Yankees showed against the Red Sox that they still need some more improvements to their team. Also, some people need to step up. That's a different story. But yeah, they are not where we thought they were. Their pitching struggled a lot. Their bats went non-existent. And yeah, the offseason is going to be interesting for the Yankees. For the Milwaukee Brewers, they are the real deal. For a while, I thought maybe they were just hot. Maybe they just went on a good stretch of baseball. They're still on that good stretch of baseball. But I thought once it came playoff time, they'd have a little more trouble. And they beat the Colorado Rockies with ease. And they're definitely going to be a challenge for the Dodgers in the championship series. They've showed that pitching doesn't matter to them. Well, starting pitching. Their starting pitchers have pitched well. On paper, you would think, no, they aren't going to do it. But they've done what they've had to do. Their bullpen stepped up, and their lineup is ridiculous. For the Los Angeles Dodgers, Kershaw is still sick. I know he gets a bad rep for having a bad postseason career, but in his start against the Atlanta Braves, he went 8 innings, struck out only 3 batters, only allowed 2 hits, and didn't even allow a run. They did not send him out for the 9th. They probably should have. He had like 80-something pitches maybe, but he was sick in his start. On years past, he hasn't been terrible. He has like 1 bad start, it seems like, a postseason, and that inflates his numbers. But he's going to be huge this postseason. And as long as he pitches well, the Dodgers have a great chance of making it to the World Series and actually winning the World Series. Because they have guys like Justin Turner, Manny Machado, Bellinger. If Machado and Bellinger could step up, that'd be cool. Their lineup is solid, and they'll be putting up runs. And as long as Kershaw can hold other teams from scoring runs. For the Cleveland Indians, I think their window is closing fast. They do have guys like Jose Ramirez, who's 25, and they have Francisco Lindor, who's 24. They have control over them until at least 2022. But they have a lot of guys on their team near 30 or above 30. And they just lost 3-0 to the Astros. They somewhat put up a fight, but it was pretty easy for the Astros to win that series. The Indians, if they want to keep competing, they're going to have to go out in free agency and look to get younger to replace some of these older guys that are hitting the market. So there's going to be a lot of fresh changes to the Indians if they continue to contend. Now, I expect they would, because they still have Encarnacion. They're going to have Corey Kluber. They're going to have Ramirez, Lindor, Brad Hand, Carlos Carrasco. It's just that they're a little bit older. They only have a couple more years, so they're going to be in win now mode. You might see them splurge some money on some shorter contracts for some better players because they want to win. They have the longest drought in the MLB right now for the World Series. It's been like 70 years. But don't worry, Indians fans. When you guys win the World Series, it will feel great coming from a Cubs fan. We have 3 teams left to talk about. And the first one we're going to talk about is the Atlanta Braves. They are exciting. And they will be exciting over the next few years. Acuna, that grand slam off of Walker Buehler. That was amazing. They ended up winning the game 6-5. They stole a game from the Dodgers. But hey, I didn't expect the Braves to do anything in that series. And they hit well. They played hard. And they're just a few pieces away from contending. Also, they just need some of their guys to get some experience, which they got some good experience against a good Dodgers team this year. They have a lot of good guys that are young on that team. They have a good core. Now in the offseason, they're going to have to go out and spend some money on some free agents, which is fine. That's what teams do. And if they do a good job, maybe next year they will be considered a contender. But yeah, very exciting. The takeaway from the Colorado Rockies is they need to do better. Trevor Story, Arenado, and Charlie Blackmon combined for like 4 hits in 3 games against the Brewers. I apologize. They had 5 hits instead of 4 hits. Arenado had 2 hits. Story had 2 hits. And Charlie Blackmon had 1 hit in 3 games. They need to do better. They're known for their offense. Their pitching was great this year, especially for a Colorado Rockies team. But they rely on hitting, and when you aren't hitting, it doesn't look good for the Colorado Rockies. You need to put up runs. Your pitching's not going to help you out as much as other teams. You need to score a few runs every single game if you want a good chance of winning. You don't play close ball games. They had a decent pen with Ottavino, Oberg, Wade Davis, but still, the pen wasn't like fantastic. The pitching wasn't amazing. Freeland pitched really well this year. Marquez pitched really well. It's just they did all that they could. I even expected the Rockies to lose the series 3-1. I thought the Brewers were definitely the better team, but the Rockies, they were really disappointing with their hitting. I thought they were at least going to steal a game at home. You would think down 2-0, you're in Colorado, you would show out against a lefty too. I think they faced Wade Miley. They couldn't do anything. Need to step up. I'm unsure if they'll make it back next year. And who knows what will happen with Nolan Arenado. He's on his final year with the Rockies next year. Will they trade him? Will he sign an extension? Will he just play out all next year and just go into free agency? We will find out then. The last takeaway is going to be from the Boston Red Sox. Give me somewhat, maybe 2 takeaways, but JD Martinez and Chris Sale are playoff ready. They are showing out the playoffs just like they did in the regular season. Chris Sale, 6 1/3 innings in the postseason so far. He's allowed 2 runs, 5 hits, 9 strikeouts in 6 1/3. He did play in 2 games. He started 1, and he did come in for an inning against the Yankees. And that's great to see. I feel like the Red Sox will use him a lot in the next series. Also in the World Series. If the Red Sox make it to the World Series, I could see him come out of the pen maybe a couple games late in the series against the Astros. If he is unable to get another start in, but he's still able to go like an inning or two. And JD Martinez, he hit 357 in the division series against the Yankees, 5 for 14, 1 home run. Mookie Betts not looking so hot. JD Martinez, he's saying, get me up to the plate. It's gonna be sick to see the Red Sox versus the Astros. I cannot wait to watch that series. The juggernauts of the MLB, the two best records in baseball, going head to head. That I can't wait. Same with the Dodgers and the Rockies. Both those series are going to be awesome. It'll be pretty cool to see how well the Brewers play against the Dodgers. Like I said, I'll have the recaps or predictions for those two series the day the game one start. And let me know your takeaways from each team that you noticed during the playoffs so far this year. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe down below. This is Healy, and I am out. Peace.